axial. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Nick from Down Home RC, and in today's video I'm going to be doing an unboxing and a quick overview of the Axial Basecamp. I do plan on doing a series with this truck, kind of like a budget build. I want to show people that you can get into this hobby without breaking the bank and still go out and have fun with your friends and hit the challenging lines that you see everybody else doing. So let's get into it and check out what we got. Okay, so in front of me I have the Axial Basecamp, and this is a really nice truck for a ready to run. This truck will start at $389.99 and it'll be ready to run minus a battery and charger. You will need those, and those will be sold separately. This truck comes in 3 different variants, so it'll come in a light blue, a dark green, and a gray. And it has a couple of goodies already from the factory. So you're going to get molded DeMello front and rear bumpers, black Rhino wheels, and Falcon Wild Peak tires. Those are a really nice tire for a ready to run. The body's not licensed, but to me that is definitely a Toyota. So if we take a look at this side, we can actually see the 3 color variants that you can choose from. There's your gray, your dark green, and your blue. So when you're looking at a box from the factory, you'll see these circles, and the way to know which one that you're getting is it'll have a dot inside of the circle, just to let you know that that's the color variant you're going to get. So over here it'll tell you that it's ready to run, and this is what's included. It has the 35 turn 540 brush motor. It's a Dynamite. It has a Spectrum 3-channel radio. It has a 3-channel receiver from Spectrum, and it has the Spectrum 15 kilogram metal geared servo with a 23 tooth spline. So when you're looking to change your servo horn, you will have to look for the 23 tooth unless you change it over. Most of your aftermarkets are going to be a 25 tooth. So it does have a 40 amp waterproof brushed ESC from Spectrum. It has AA batteries, and it does have the manual. So here it'll tell you needed to complete and be ready to run is you're going to need a battery charger, battery pack with an IC3 connector. So anything that has an IC3 connector, you can purchase that, pop it in, and you're ready to go. So if we take a look at the top, here is a blowed up picture without your body. So here it'll tell you about the one-piece wheels, which if you ever did want to change tires and keep those wheels, or you wanted to keep the tires and change wheels, you're going to have to remove these tires from the rim. You can bull them. I've heard of people doing that. So up here it'll tell you about the metal geared servo conditions, and this is based off of a 10.3 chassis. And here it's going to talk to you about the licensed DeMello bumpers. Here's the Falcon Wild Peak tires. And another good thing that you would normally upgrade to, but this truck already comes with, is the links are already metal. So that is one good thing that is going to come straight out of the box. And you have options for servo winches. I mean, it's endless with these trucks. So we'll take it around, and this side will tell you about your dimensions. So it is a 12.3 wheelbase. So if you ever decide to change your body, you just need to look at this and make sure that you get the body that will fit a 12.3. And it'll tell you your length of the truck, front to back, your width, your height off the ground. So with that being said, let's go ahead and open it up and see what we got inside. And another really good thing is the AR-45 portal axles. So for this to be a beginner truck and come with portal axles, that's awesome. I've always been a big fan of portal axles. I use that in all of my comp style rigs or LCG trucks. And then it's got a single speed transmission, optimized suspension geometry, and it does come with a metal panhard mount, which is good. So let's go ahead and open it up. ahead and get the truck out of the box. Set that to the side. And there it is. Man, that blue is really nice. It looks a lot better. Okay, so once you open it, you'll just lift the center here and pull it out. And your radio will be zip tied to the inside of this box. So we'll go ahead and get rid of the zip tie. Pop it out. Now we can dispose of that. And it's a nice wrap. So now we can take a look at the remote. This is a really nice remote. It feels really good for our RTR. Here you'll find a position switch that you'll use for your third channel. So that could be your winch. It has a nice feel on the wheel. So on this side, you're going to have a switch that's 50, 75, and 100%. That's how much power the truck's going to get, and you'll be able to cycle through that. This will be your throttle reverse and your steering reverse, and here's your power button. So on this side, you're going to have all your steering adjustment, throttle adjustment. We'll go ahead and look at the rest of the truck. And there is batteries included for the remote inside. So on top of the truck, we have a couple of pieces for support. Pop those off. And it does have a protective film here. We'll just remove that, and that'll get the glue off the top of the truck that was on the sticky pads. So let's go ahead and get this open. So you'll fold that open, and then inside is going to be your instruction manual, and there's your double A's with a couple of sticker sheets. So now we can go ahead, and there's going to be a zip tie here. So the truck up. One more on the rear axle. So we'll just lift up. Nope, you'll have two on the rear axle. Sorry. Alright, so we'll go ahead and lift the truck out. Alright. This truck has a really good stance to it. Shocks are a little light. So let's go ahead and take a look at these bumpers. So it already has little D-rings. So you could be pulled out of a bad situation or use a static cord. It does have a spot for a hitch in the rear. And then here's your Falcon Wild Peak tires. And they are vented, so that is good. I don't like running my vented wheels and tires in water just because it'll soak up into these foams and it'll make it heavy, and I usually try to keep all my stuff dry. But this is a really nice design. It has the centers. We'll just go ahead and pop out of the wheel, and that will expose your wheel nut there so you can remove it. So if we take a look at towards the front, and you can see that branding on the bumper there. And it does have two spots here, and that will be for like fog lights if you wanted to add the fog lights. And it also has the D-rings up front. Okay, so let's go ahead and look inside the truck here. So I did already remove the four body clips, and I do like this design because it has the little pull tabs. Sometimes these are a little difficult to get a hold of, and it does help you whenever you do drop them. So we'll go ahead and remove the body. It does have little protective rings here that keeps the body clip from actually scratching the body, and those just pull right off. So we'll set this to the side and take a look at the chassis. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look underneath the body. I did already remove this, but this is one of the first things that you're going to see. It'll be attached to your plug. And this is really just a reminder telling you to make sure that your transmitter is turned on before you plug in your battery. It is a possibility that if you was to do it and the truck comes on, the transmitter's not on, it could take off from you. So it's good practice to just start by doing this from the get-go. So now we'll take a look at the rest of the truck. And starting off with shock towers. So with these shock towers, you're going to have 5 mounting options right out of the gate, and you'll be able to adjust those forward, back, up, or down. And then the rear is the same way. These are adjustable coilovers, so you'll be able to turn them up for different preload setting. That's really good for fine tuning. I do apologize if you hear it popping in the background. My son's in his little swing here. So next up, we're going to look on the underside of the truck, and here's where I was talking about the links. So it's nice because you won't have to upgrade these. These will slide over rocks really nice, and the diameter is very thin, so you're not going to have to worry about getting hung up as much. So you have those front and rear, and it has really nice clearance from the factory. If we take a look up front here, you'll be able to see the mounting options for a servo winch, and this will be your steering servo location here. For factory, these are good, but I'm going to take a look around and see what I can find for replacements that have good reviews. And like I said, we're going to try to go pretty cheap with this build. So one thing I am going to do is Rock Pirates RC sells a lot of upgrade parts for these trucks. I am going to look into them for their shock towers and possibly their sliders. So we'll see how that is. And as you can see here, everything's really nice and neat. I like all the wiring. I think they did really good with that, the wire management. And here's your plug for your battery. I will be changing mine out because I prefer a Dean's plug. But you can leave it the way it is or change it to whatever style plug you prefer. Here and here you're going to have your battery trays. This is going to be for a long stick pack. This will be for a shorty. Both of these do have adjustments, so you'll unscrew here and here, and then you'll be able to slide this in or out, and that'll be on both sides depending on the length of your battery. So if you see these tabs here, these are what they would use on the Gladiator and the higher end axials. So what they do is they have these mounts inside the body, and they'll just slide through, and then you'll do your clip through the bottom. So you can actually buy that kit, or you can just use the traditional body post, which is what I'll be doing for this build. Another good thing, just flip it around here, is if you was to run a shorty pack here, it's going to stabilize it more and give you more of that 50-50 weight bias left or right. So that's another good thing about that. I would like to scale this truck out and see what the weight is as it sets and the weight distribution. So I'll go ahead and I'll pop one of these wheels off and I'll show you the portal axle. So I went ahead and removed the wheel nut, and inside the little care package they give you with the manual, it will come with 4 AA batteries, and this is going to be your wrench that'll fit various nuts on the truck, and it also fits your wheel nut. So once we get this off, we'll just pop that wheel off. This is a 1.9 wheel with a 475 tire. You can see that it's glued up. So now we got the wheel off, and it exposes the portal cover. So the reason that people run these portals on competition rigs, class 1 rigs, is because right here in the center of this circle is where the shaft would originally come out. So what they done is they took and made a gear set to go in place here, so it'll bring the power out, go through the gears, and then come out to your wheel. So something that you can do is there is gears that you can purchase that'll make it overdrive or underdrive, whichever you choose. You can actually remove these covers, and they have different styles like brass for more weight down low. But the main thing is really just getting that clearance out of the axle. So instead of it just going straight across here, now it's dropped down here, so you have all this room that is going to be freed up from the ground to the bottom of that axle. So it is a really nice option, and it's nice that this truck comes with them at that price range. Thanks for stopping by, everyone, and watching today's video. I hope you really enjoyed the content. If you did, please leave a like and share it with your friends. I'd like to try to get out to new people that's interested in the hobby but they're not too sure. I'd like to show that you can get out and enjoy these trucks and not have to spend so much money on them. So if you have any suggestions on stuff you'd like to see in the future, just go ahead and leave it in the comment, and I'll see if I can make it happen. I've really had a lot of fun with this so far, and I definitely don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So again, I want to thank every one of you for giving me the support that you have, and I will see you guys in the next one.